So Global Game Jam is this worldwide phenomenon. It's really the largest game creation event in the world. It happens in 48 hours, the same 48 hours, the same weekend around the world. So we just finished our fourth one, and it's the biggest one yet. It involves 48 different countries. Almost 11,000 people have participated this weekend. Again, it's a record. Guinness Book of World Records is talking to us about including it in their Gamers Edition. Cal Poly got involved really early on in 2010. It really fits the learn by doing motto. In fact, even before I got Cal Poly involved into this, I was saying that this is really a learn by doing just because I went here myself and I know that mantra. And nothing really exemplifies it better than this, because here's 48 hours. You just have to learn everything from scratch. You play tests, you do rapid prototyping, you just do a lot of engineering in a very, very short amount of time, and it's just remarkable what you can accomplish. And you have something good to show for it. These days, it's really a hands-on project that allows you to stand out from everybody else when you go into the job market. So our engineering students have always had an advantage because they've had a lot of hands-on, and this is a tradition that fits right into that. Because you have these games, you can put them on your website, people can go see them. They're going to be on globalgamejam.org, so they're going to be there with your name and your credits on them. There's a game club, the Cal Poly Game Development Club, and they have put this on for 2 or 3 years now. So a lot of veterans came in, but a couple of new students came in. They didn't know anything. They had a little bit of programming, so I put them in touch with this tool that I learned when I did some teaching assistant work for high school age kids who wanted to do college preparatory work, and it was called Greenfoot. And it's basically you just need a little bit of knowledge of Java and programming. You'll be able to get a nice game going. And that was the team that had the game was Snake Grid. And it really is wonderful because if you think about it, it's really simple, it's casual, people can play it at work, it can easily be portable to mobile devices. The game that really took the audience prize here, and it was really well polished, and it almost looked like it was something that you could buy. Planes on a Snake, which was a parody of the Samuel L. Jackson movie Snakes on a Plane. In this version, you play this other character, Jamuel S. Saxon. And then this person is on this depiction of a big snake. And he's just walking around it in a circular fashion. And there are planes coming up and trying to kill him, and he's shooting back. And depending on where he stands and what part of the snake he's on, he can shoot different planes and everything. The art was really well done, and it was good. I mean, it won the first prize. Another one that was sort of sitting here, and they were developing here, so I saw all of it, was this other game called Purgatory, which had this very neat concept, which is 2 people play, and it's a split screen. So one person has the top part, the other person has the bottom part. The person at the bottom is supposedly on Earth, and things are casual, there's not many obstacles, you just walk around. But what happens is, every time you walk, you actually create the block on which the person in Purgatory, which is on the top level, gets to walk on. And if that person isn't very careful, just very quickly that person can die and the game could be over. On top of that, when you hit some of these obstacles that the Earth person has, like bunnies and flowers and bushes, they turn into horrible monsters in the other version of the game, which is the top half of the screen. And so the experienced player has to deal with them too. So it was a very neat concept. Other than those, we actually had another game which was called the At Game. And this was actually already ported to the iPhone. It was made for the iPhone. It was really impressively done. One of the other diversifiers was to do a complete ASCII game. So everything had to be ASCII symbols, etc. And this sort of brings into mind, I think the intention of diversifier was that this is going to be like a old text game, kind of like before they had graphics. A lot of people remember back then. But these guys took it to a whole different level. They actually made all the ASCII symbols 3D. They had the 3D character walk into a 3D world, so it's almost like completely, ironically, it's even more 3D, even though it's still ASCII. So it was a very fun interpretation, and the fact that they have it on iPhone already is really good, because that means they could easily just put it up and people can download and play it. What really helps is for you to know 1 or 2 technologies that could help you make a game. If you're not a programmer, that's totally okay. You have a lot of time to learn one of these technologies. The CPGD Club has actually put together a series of talks, which we had about a couple weeks before this event, for people to come in who didn't know anything. They learned some of these new technologies. So be involved. Come to the Cal Poly Game Development Club meetings, and pick up a technology or two that sort of suits you, the kind of computer you like to use, and learn about it.